This is for Year 12 Further Maths. We're going to look at some practice exam questions from Practice Exam 2015. Now, we've got a few multiple choice questions, so this will be exam 1 of your final exam. Okay, so question 9. We've got some data regarding a regression line, okay? So, we're trying to find the equation of the least squares regression line shown on the graph. Now, first thing about regression scatter plots is that we need to know what the explanatory variable is. So we know that time is the explanatory variable, so automatically we can eliminate some of these equations because time is the explanatory variable means that distance is not. So that's these two equations are correct. Now the next thing to look at is what the y-intercept is, because we can identify what the y-intercept is based on here. Let's look at the scale. It goes into 2s, 2, 4. So most likely it's not going to be 1.6 or 1.8. Okay, so 1.6 isn't the y-intercept, so we can automatically eliminate it that way. Now, the options are A and E. We need to differentiate the difference between the two. So the number in front of the number in front of the explanatory variable must be the gradient. So let's work out the gradient of the line. So to work out the gradient of the line, we just need to choose 2 points. Now I know 1 point. This is awfully close to 10, 20. Okay. Another point is we know the y-intercept's around 3.5, so we're going to go 0, 3.5 because that's a y-intercept. Now we can use the formula to find the gradient. 20 minus 3.5 divided by 10 minus 0. So let's work that out using a calculator. So I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to go, go main, edit, they're all. So I'm going to go 20. We'll use the fraction button. 20 minus 3.5 divided by 10 minus 0, which is just 10. Okay, 1.65. So it's around 1.6. It's a good estimate. So it the option has to be A. Okay, so that's the quickest way you can do this question. Now, question 13 asks you to find the quarterly seasonal index for the tractor sales for supplied in table 1. Now, the quarterly tractor sales in 2004 are displayed in table 2. Okay. Now, read the question very carefully. It says the data in table 2 is to be deseasonalized before doing least regression line. So don't go happily doing regression line on this data straight away because we need to use the deseasonalized data. Okay, so to use the deseasonalized data, you just go deseason. Deseason data equals the actual divided by seasonal index for that quarter. Okay, so what we do is we go 2,800 divided by 1.6. We go 1032 divided by 0.6. 875 divided by. Okay, so you get the idea. We're just deseasonalizing the data. So we go 2,800 divided by 1.6. I'm just going to do it all one step. 1032 divided by 0.6. 875 divided by 0.7. And 759 divided by 1.1. Okay, so we've got a few values. 1750, 1720. Okay, so 1750, 1720. What else do we have? We have 1250 and 690. 1250 and 690. This is the data you're going to enter on your calculator when doing the regression line. Okay, so this is how you do in regression line. You go statistics. I'm going to clear this. And I'm going to enter my data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, season number or quarter number. Then we go the deseasonalized data. So 1720, 1250, and 690. Alright, done. Go calc. So we go calc. Oops. Go calc. Let's go back, sorry. Go calc. Regression, linear regression. List 1 is X, list 2 is Y. Perfect. Yeah, a plus bx form. 2265 minus 365. Okay, 2265 minus 365. 2265 minus 365, so it's closest to this one. Okay, so it's D. Alright, question 2. So we've got a basketball court and it's composite shapes made of rectangle or semicircle. The boundary line to paint around the perimeter of the shape. So the total length of the boundary line. So we're talking about the boundary line, the perimeter of the boundary line. So it's just the perimeter of the rectangle. Well, it's 4 here, 12 here, 4 here. We know the radius is 6. So to get the circumference, so we've got 4 plus 4 plus 12. 4 plus 4 plus 12. Then we need to plus the semicircle. So you know the area of the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So we go half times 2 times pi times the radius 6. So enter it on the calculator and let's see what we get. We go, okay, so I'm going to go main. Main 4 plus 4 plus 12 plus 0.5 times 2 times pi times 6. Okay, 38.85. 38.8. Okay, so that's the closest one. That's 38.85. That's the closest one. The wedge. Okay, so question 9 is another shape question. The wedge of a cheese is in the shape of a triangular prism. The wedges of base of cheese is 8 centimeters long, as shown. Okay, below. A smaller wedge of cheese is cut from a larger wedge of cheese, as shown on the diagram. The cut is made at a distance of d from the back of the larger. Okay, the volume of the. Okay, so this is key. The volume of the smaller wedge is half the volume of the larger wedge. Okay, so we know K3 would be. The volume of the smaller wedge is half the volume of the larger wedge. K cubed is equal to half. Okay, so my K value would equal the cube root of a half, if that makes sense. Because if this is K cubed, then K must be the cube root of that answer. Now, I know I need to get a K factor relating D to 8. Okay, so we know that if I have a large wedge, that's 8, and if I have a small wedge, that's 8 minus D. Okay, if that makes sense. So if I'm comparing the two triangles, here and here, then that's 8 and that's 8 minus D. So my K factor would be small 8 minus D divided by 8 equals, and we've given a relationship here because we know the volume, one volume is half the other. So K would be a cube root of the volume equals cube root of a half. So when I solve that, let's solve that on the calculator. So we know that we're solving for D basically. We know that x, 8 minus x divided by 8 equals the cube root. So to get a cube root, you use what? Cube root of a half. I'm going to go interactive advanced solve. Advanced solve for the variable x. 1.65. Okay, 1.65. So the answer is A, 1.7. Okay, it's a tricky question, but you just need to be able to extract information from the question. So this is the key. If without that question, you cannot solve that. Okay, hopefully this helps.